Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday to you, middle of the week. I wasn't going to make a video today because I'm only mowing 2 yards, but hey, I'll still make one. We'll talk about some stuff, do some mowing. I'm actually at the customer's house that I had to skip last week because he said he wasn't a good day, son was in town, blah, 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 the whole nine, made a video about it. Anyways, so now it's been 14 days since it was cut, so it's thick. It's Bermuda. It's a fairly nice Bermuda yard. I was cutting it at 275 last year most of the time. This year I've been trying to keep it at 3 because I just think 3 is just the best height for this yard. Even though all of the surrounding neighbors in the cul-de-sac have a robot mower that mows their yard every other day and keep it super short, but it still looks good at 3 inches, especially today because it's been 14 days. So 3 inches is what it's going to be. But this yard normally takes like an hour and 25 minutes. I've been able to do it a little quicker than that this year because of my commercial mower. I haven't been double cutting. So it saved me a little bit of time on that. There's a decent amount of trimming to do on this yard because there's a fence all the way around between 3 neighbors. It's 3 different types of fences. The one beside him and his 2 backyard neighbors. But it's a fence all the way around. He has his own fenced in backyard. Got to edge the driveway, a long sidewalk. Everything's on a hill in this yard. I'll show you some stuff. So the backyard is uphill. This is the one I did the straw at. So that's uphill and the hill continues up this way. This is all flat right here. This goes downhill. One complicated thing about this, where it meets the neighbor's yard, you can see where the neighbor mows his property line. But right here, it's hard to see on camera. This dips down in the middle like this, all the way down. Starts about right here. So as you come through here with the deck, you know, all this in the middle, since it's under, you know, at like this, the deck's only mainly hitting the left and right sides and then just a smidge of that middle. So it leaves a lot in that middle that I have to come back and blend with the trimmer. And the whole thing gets narrower as it goes down to where now your deck's only touching this part of his property and the rest of it's on the driveway. So when you get down to that part, I have to blend all that with the trimmer too. So really it only gets maybe half of this with the deck. So that's kind of complicated. But yeah, it's definitely thicker in some spots than others. But we've been getting a ton of rain the last 3 days. So it's definitely wet. Nothing the Q850 can't handle. But yeah, I'm gonna cut it at 3 inches, man. Yeah, let's see what she looks like. I know none of y'all are wondering, but I still don't have anything right here to keep my mower from sliding forward. I've still been neglecting that. So normally this is how we end up when I get to the customer's house. I gotta get something done about it. But my gosh, this is a good looking mower. I know most of y'all ain't John Deere people, but every time I open this trailer up, I'm like, my gosh, just a good looking machine, you know what I mean? Well, that didn't go nearly as good as I thought it was going to. 3 inches seemed a little too short. I mean, I'm gonna go back and show you after I blend everything with the trimmer, but oh, this yard is just frustrating. There ain't a flat piece of yard on the whole property. I don't feel like. So I mean, I'm constantly lifting the deck up and down, trying to be careful with my turns so I don't mark up the yard. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna trim everything first to blend the rest of it the best I can, but I had to do 3 different heights. 3 inches on this somewhat flat part in the back. Then the hills, I did 3 1/4, and in the front yard is nothing but a hill itself. I did 3 1/2 on it, and it doesn't look that short, but judging by the way the other ones were going, if I did it as short as 3 inches, it was gonna look terrible. So I'm gonna get it all trimmed up and then I'll show y'all what I mean. Y'all can Give me some advice if you have any, or what you suggest. But my suggestion is we ain't skipping no more. And if we are, you're getting dropped, because I can't be out here triple cutting all because you wanted to skip to make this yard look like it does when I'm here regular single cutting it and it looks great. So yeah, I'm pretty frustrated, but let me get this trimming done. All right, sorry I'm out of breath. I just got done trimming and blowing on this Mount Everest of a property. But this is all three and a quarter back here. And you know, like I said about this yard being super uneven, all this is a dip down. You have to blend all this with a trimmer. That's as close as I can get the mower deck, which you can see there's a big line right there. Have to trim all this, blend it all in. That's, you know, that's where I had to blend with the trimmer best I could. You get too aggressive with the trimmer, it's Bermuda, and it'll just make it all brown. So you have to be super careful. So have to blend all that. You know, you can only get the mower deck to right about there at that line. So you have to blend all this the best you can. Blend the corners of this fence. Lift the deck here so you don't scalp. Lift the deck at the top of the hill where it flattens out so you don't scalp. Edge the rock bed best you can with string trimmer. Right here you can't get the mower deck because it starts to go up the hill here. Blend all this. This is all 3 1/4. This is all 3 1/4 through here. Got to blend all these corners of the house here with the trimmer. Around that, around the fence here in the corner. Your basic stuff, but it's just a lot of it. Had to blow all these clippings, man. It was very clumpy through here, and that's even going over it 3 times. I've never made marks right here before, so that's new. You can tell right here along this line, that's where it's uneven also. So the deck on the left side or the right, whichever way you're coming, will make a line there. I mean, on camera, obviously as a whole, it does not look bad. It's just, if you're here in person, you can really tell. Got some more lines here I've never made before. Mushrooms are growing. So yeah, overall, like, it turned out fine. I mean, looks good. It's not as striped up as what I can normally get it because it was just way thicker. I normally can make it look, you know, like light green fescue out here. But yeah, this is 3 1/4 on the hill. That's 3 1/4 all back there. Front yard's 3 1/2. Short blades, clean deck. I mean, I don't really know what else to do for these Bermuda yards. See, it made a pretty nasty line here. I've come back and blended all this with the trimmer best I could. Where the ground is uneven. Slopes down here, slopes back up here. I mean, I don't really know what else to do with the mower deck right here. It's 54 inches. I don't really know what else to do a better job right here. Just a very frustrating situation overall, you know, skipping this property. I mean, I mowed it the same as normal, even just but a little bit higher. You know, it's already hard enough as it is having to raise the deck up as much as I do in all these different spots of the yard and whatever. But yeah, just frustrating situation. Another thing that's just so frustrating about this whole situation is that property is like the furthest side of our town that you can go without being in a different town. I mean, truly. And I'm having to drive all the way back through the way I came, past my neighborhood to the other side of our town to my weekly property that I do on Wednesdays. And the other nicer Bermuda yard, I've got half Bermuda, whatever. I've showed it before. I have a weekly yard way over on the other side of my town, opposite of where I live, the other way. So I had to drive all the way over here just to do that, to mow a yard that took me longer than normal because we skipped his regular day. You know, it's wet from all the rain, so I'm having to double cut stuff today that I don't normally have to. You know, a bunch more clippings on the driveway to blow. You know, all the new marks for whatever reason that I made on that yard that I've never made before. I truly don't know if that's from the growth or what, but to stay on topic, just frustrating to have to go out of my way to make sure I got his done today, because tomorrow I won't be able to fit it in. I'm going to make another video tomorrow about some scheduling issues I have and whatever with the full-time job this week and stuff. But, you know, really I should have been like, look, dude, you're just going to have to wait till the next time I do that route, you know, really. And then I'm going to have to charge you more because you're deciding to skip. Because it's just not worth my time to do it for the same price when it's taking me 20 extra minutes total or whatever. You know, that shouldn't be my problem. Either I should charge you more or not double cut and just have it look like crap. You know, say, hey man, it's your problem, you skip. But then that's my name on it when people drive by and look at it, you know. So I can't do that because that's my work. So it makes me look bad. So that's another frustrating thing. You know, half my day is going to be gone just from mowing 2 properties. You know, so yeah, just irritating. All right, guys, I'm done for the day. I'm back home. I just had those 2 to do, but I mean, like I said, it's taking me half the day to do it just because they're on opposite ends of town and, you know, everything I've mentioned before. But I know it seems like I'm complaining a lot, and yeah, I guess in a way I am, but my goal here, other than venting, I'm trying to just be very realistic in like what your first couple years of business actually look like and these issues I'm running into. I'm here to show you the good and the bad of, even though I'm only part-time, I'm here to show you what I'm actually getting into. Scheduling conflicts, customer problems, yards that are super complicated, and you know, what's the best way, most efficient way to make them look good, the whole 9. So, yeah, sorry about my rants, but I just want you guys to see both sides of it, man, all the realistic stuff. And this is what you can encounter and most likely will in your first year or 2 of being in lawn care, especially solo. So, thanks for hanging in there, guys. Put your comments at the bottom, tips, tricks, questions, man. That's what this is all about, and I appreciate y'all watching, man. I'll see you on the next one.